Bonjour, hi. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to spare you the long intro for nothing because I'm guessing that if you clicked on this video, it's for a reason. You're wanting to get into 2024 with the best intentions ever and you want to make 2024 your year. And today this is precisely what we're talking about. We're talking about how to make 2024 your year. First and foremost, I'd like to start by saying that everything I will be saying in this video is based off my personal experience. It's based off my thoughts and opinions. And obviously, you take it or you leave it. There are things that you can take with you and apply to your lifestyle. There are things that you can adapt to your lifestyle. But just know that in no way I think I have the ultimate answer to everything. But if I can share some insight and some knowledge, I guess, or some thoughts, then that's what I'm here for and my job will be done today. Enough with the rambling, let's get into it. The first thing you should know and do to make 2024 your year is to live it for yourself. Live this year for yourself and yourself only. You should be the only person that you consider 100% throughout all of 2024. It's all about yourself. Make this year about yourself, not about your parents, not about your sister, not about your best friend, not about your partner. Make this matter and make this count for yourself. I think I've said something similar before, but truthfully, the only person you're stuck with for the rest of your life is yourself. So might as well make yourself happy and might as well just make all the decisions for yourself. Because as sad as it may sound, it's true that the only person you're quote unquote stuck with is yourself. Obviously, you're not stuck with yourself. And the ultimate goal is to be happy with yourself and not feel stuck with yourself. But the whole point here is that you should prioritize yourself. You should prioritize your needs and put them first at the top of the list. And then consider others because you don't want to be selfish, but also you want to be happy with yourself. And that's where everything starts. And ultimately, if you're happy with yourself and if you're content with yourself, the next natural thing for you will be to take care of others. But first, you have to take care of yourself in order to be able to take care of others. I cannot stress this enough, but fake it till you make it. And that's for everything in life. And everything that you do, everything that you start, fake it till you make it. Nobody will know you're faking it. Actually, the only person who will know that you're faking it is yourself. But if you fake it till you make it, you're eventually going to make it. And it's all about energy, honestly. If you're putting yourself in this space and this energy where you're going towards your goals, then yes, you might have to fake it in the beginning. But the more you go forward and the more you advance, the less and less you're going to have to fake it. And next thing you know, you won't be faking it anymore and you will be making it. So fake it till you make it. And I know how fine the line between faking it and being delusional can be. But I mean, honestly, there's a little bit of delusion in everything that you start because you're never going to know where it's going to take you and you don't know the outcome until it's there. So just allow yourself to enjoy the ride and be delusional if you have to be. Just fake it till you make it. And one day you're going to make it. And that whole thing leads me to my next point, which is believe in yourself. Because believe me when I say this, I've been my worst enemy for my entire life. I have been the one who was doubting myself. I have been the one putting myself down. I have been the one judging myself. But believing in yourself will take you one step further and then another step further and then another step further. Because if you're doubting yourself at the very beginning when you start any journey, honestly, how can you expect to succeed if even yourself, you don't believe it? You don't believe that you can achieve it. Leave that job to other people. Let them judge you. Let them doubt you. But do yourself a favor and believe in yourself for anything that you want to accomplish, whether that's related to work, relationship, friendships, financial health. Is that a thing? Financially? Believe in yourself. If you want to save some money, believe that you can do it and believe that you can just I don't know, be a little more cautious about how you spend your money and how you want to save it. If you want to be a better friend, believe that you can be a better friend, because if you're going into it with self-doubt and already thinking that you are a bad friend, or that you are not able to save money, or that you won't ever be in a relationship, then you're reinforcing not only self-doubt, but this idea that everything you want to accomplish is out of reach. So instead of taking yourself forward, you're already taking yourself backwards. And that's not the way to do it, you know? And I know that it's easier said than done, because you know all of your flaws and weaknesses, and you know where you lack some motivation or some discipline. But trust yourself. Trust yourself in the process. Believe in yourself and believe that you can achieve all of those things. Because as cheesy as it may sound, I truly believe that anyone who wants to do something can do it. Obviously, there are going to be bumps in the roads, and some things might be easier than others, and there will be some struggles here and there, because nobody can escape it. But if you really put your mind to it, and if you really do believe in yourself, and you give yourself the chances to actually do it, then you might actually just do it. This next idea on how to make 2024 your year might be a little not controversial, but this is something I've tried to apply in 2023, and it was very beneficial for me. And it's all about romanticizing your life. And I know how that sounds. I know it goes hand in hand with delusion as well, but making your everyday life and all the little tasks that you do just more, I was gonna say like fantastic, but that's not it. You know, you want to be living in your own fantasy, and you want to romanticize your life in order to enjoy it and to make it a little bit more exciting. That's what this is all about. It's about taking your everyday life and making it a little bit greater than what it is, and a little less dull. And obviously every day cannot be exciting, and there are going to be harder days, and there are going to be days where you feel more sad or less motivated or more lazy, but that's okay. And just take those moments for what they are, and then move on to the next day and see how you feel the day after, or the one after that, or even the week after that. And take those little moments and romanticize them. Whether that's going on a walk with a podcast or your favorite music and enjoying the fresh air, or maybe planning a night out with your friends, going to the restaurant, going to the movies, going to the theater, going to see a play, putting on makeup, doing your skincare. All those little precious moments that we usually take not necessarily for granted, but we just go through and we live them without any question or concerns. Take those and appreciate those. It's also all about the art of noticing. This is what romanticizing your life is. It's taking those moments, noticing them for what they are, and appreciating them for what they are, and for what they bring you, and for those feelings that they spark in you. This is what romanticizing your life is. It's not thinking that you live in this movie and this fantasy and this scenario, but it's taking your life for what it is and making it just a little bit more spicy and special and extra. And by doing that, believe me, 2024 will become your year, because everything that you're going to live, every little moment that you're going to go through, every event will become just beautiful. So enjoy that. What I'm going to say now is probably an unpopular opinion, but don't take any resolutions. Don't do it. And don't get me wrong, I'm all about setting up goals for myself and coming up with a plan and having goals and having ways to achieve them. And I did a whole video about how to become the best version of yourself, and it was all about that. It was all about having these smaller goals, having daily habits, weekly habits, monthly habits that would help me to achieve those goals. But making New Year resolutions for me just doesn't do it, because not only are they, I don't know, they just put so much pressure on me personally, and also statistically speaking, a lot of people just give up on them. And I actually pulled up the statistics here just to share them with you, just to give you a little bit of insight as to why I don't like New Year resolutions. 22% of people give up on their New Year resolutions after only 1 week. 50% of people give up on their New Year resolutions after 3 months. And 90% of people come back to their old habits just in general. If that doesn't make you think about the power of New Year resolutions, I don't know what will. Honestly, I get that the new year is a great starting point when it comes to becoming the best version of yourself and wanting all these goals and wanting to change your life around. I get it because it's a new year, but these things can happen at their own pace and at whatever moment of the year. Honestly, there's no right or wrong moment to get going. You shouldn't wait for a specific date to get started. Start now. Small changes will become bigger changes eventually. They will be greater and greater, and they, in the long run, will help you to achieve your goals. So start now. You shouldn't wait for a specific date for the new year to actually get going. And having resolutions, to me, is just, it's a great starting point, but maybe think outside of the box and actually give yourself the time and space to think about it and to come up with an actual plan and with realistic goals, with a time frame, with ways to actually get there. Don't just sit there and make a list of all the resolutions that, one, are probably not realistic, and that, two, there are too many of. Take it easy on yourself. And as I said, I've made a video all about becoming the best version of yourself and how it takes place in your everyday life, in your weekly life, in your monthly life. So you can go and take a look at that if you'd like to know how to start, honestly, and how to make it more achievable and more realistic. So with that in mind, because I do not like New Year resolutions, I've decided to just, for myself, create a list of ins and outs for 2024. You might have seen this going around TikTok, and I thought it was a brilliant way to actually, those are not resolutions. Those are just items or things or habits that I want to keep or that I want to implement in my life in 2024, and things or habits or elements that I want to get rid of for 2024. So here is my list of ins and outs for 2024. In 2024, I'm keeping journaling because it's just, I couldn't live honestly without journaling, and same thing goes for reading, so we're keeping reading in 2024 as well. Then when it comes to moving my body, I want to keep Pilates and walking, just because I feel like those are more gentle ways for me to get moving and to move my body around and to feel active, rather than really like hard hit workouts or going on runs or hitting the gym and pulling some weights. Although I do like those kind of workouts, but on a more regular basis, I tend to go towards Pilates, yoga, and just walking in general. Then when it comes to well-being, I want to keep on going with my skincare routine in the morning, and at night I want to have clean bed sheets. I also want to focus, or I guess be a little more conscious of my gut health. So with that in mind, I've decided to implement vitamins. So I want to prioritize cooking instead of ready to eat foods or ordering in, because I've done that too many times in 2023. So now I'm going to be cooking for the upcoming year. Budgeting is also very important for 2024 because it goes hand in hand with something I'm getting rid of for 2024. But I've always given myself a budget. I've always been budgeting ever since I moved out of my parents' house, but I was a little too loose on it. So I would plan myself a budget, but I wouldn't really stick with it, or I would be very flexible on some of the amounts I would spend on food, for example, or on other items like skincare, makeup, activities. So this year, I don't necessarily want to be tighter on the budget, but I want to be more specific and respect the amounts that I allow myself for my social life, for my activities, for my little stuff that I want to buy. And all of that has to do with discipline. I want to be more disciplined when it comes to my money because I want to be saving more, because I'm 25 and getting old, and eventually I would want to buy myself some nice stuff. So yeah, that was a lot of explanation for budget, but that's why it's important to me. And then lastly, on my list of ends for 2024, so all the things we're keeping in, I have thrifting and solo dates. That's right. I'm one to really enjoy my time alone. So if I can plan a date with myself, that's actually what I want to do. And it all comes back also to romanticizing your life. This is how you do it. You plan dates with yourself. It doesn't have to be big. But for example, there's an exhibition that I really want to go see, and I was waiting for somebody to come with me to go see it. But in 2024, I'm just going to go alone. If nobody wants to come with me, you know what? I'm planning a date with myself and I'm going there. If I want to go to the museum, I will go with myself. If I want to go to the movies, I will go with myself. Period. And then thrifting just says it for itself, I think. It's so fun. It does take a lot of courage and patience, but it usually pays off. I've honestly really enjoyed exploring my sense of style in 2023, and I want to keep going on. And one of the ways that I was actually able to do that was by thrifting and trying out items of clothing I normally wouldn't necessarily wear, but just styling it in a different way and trying out different styles, honestly. That's been very fun, and I want to do it again in 2024 and develop even more my sense of style and my sense of fashion. So cheers to all those ends in 2024. Then for the serious business, which is all the outs of 2024, everything we're getting rid of for 2024, let's start with this one: messy room. I can't do it anymore. I don't want my room to be messy. I don't need my room to be messy. I need it to be clean. I need to be in a clean environment because the amount of time I spend in my room, I need it to be clean. And that kind of goes hand in hand with the next item on my list, which is procrastination. We're leaving procrastination out in 2024. There's no space for it. We need to get going. We need to get things done, and procrastination is just not an option. Then remember how I said I wanted to cook in 2024? Well, we're leaving girl dinners in 2023. We're not bringing them in 2024. I have had too many girl dinners in 2023. So we're going to leave them there, and we're going to be cooking actual meals that are complete and nourishing and good. That's what we're going to do in 2024. No more impulsive buying in 2024. No more of that. I really need to ask myself, do I really need this? And yes, it's okay to treat yourself. I am one to treat myself, and I like it. But there's a way to actually properly do it. And there are items that if I really do need them or if I really do want them, I can wait another week or another 2 weeks. And if I don't need them or if I don't want them as much after 2 weeks, then it wasn't really necessary, was it? And there are too many times in 2023, and I'm being transparent with you, we're being real, where I have just added items to cart and proceed to checkout and gotten the things at home, and then 2 weeks after having the thing, I would honestly forget about it. And that just proves to me that there are things I don't need. It's just, yeah, the influence is real. The impulse is real, but I'm stronger than that. So we're leaving impulsive buying in 2023. When it comes to social media, I'm in this duality where it's my job and this is what I do and this is what I'm doing right now. But I want to leave endless scrolling in 2023. We're not doing this in 2024 because it doesn't serve any purpose. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. And honestly, I just feel like it's frying my brain. I'm not going to lie to you. In the past couple of weeks, because it was the holidays and I had a lot of free time, I would scroll on TikTok more specifically, just endlessly, and it would fry my brain. My attention span has gotten so much shorter than it used to be. I don't want to do this anymore. Out the window. Thank you. The next 3 things on the out list of 2024 kind of go together, so I'm just gonna list them real quick. So we have comparing yourself, self-doubt, and judgment. I've talked about self-doubt earlier in this video, so this was the reason why. Now, comparing yourself, I've also spoken about this in a coffee talk. I think it was, the body image and also insecurities. Comparing yourself is just, it's not right. You shouldn't do it. You are yourself and you should be proud of yourself and you should be happy with what you have. And I know that it's easier said than done, obviously, but comparing yourself is not it's not beneficial, because you're comparing yourself to something or someone you are not. And there's no point in that. Honestly, I don't have a really good explanation for it, but there's just no point in comparing yourself, because often it's not doing you any good, and it's just making you more insecure and less confident about yourself. So just be happy with what you have, and be happy of the person that you are, and be proud and confident. This is what we're doing in 2024. This is how you make 2024 your year. It's by being confident and comparing yourself to yourself only. And then last but not least on the list of outs for 2024 is ghosting. We are not ghosting anyone in 2024. Thank you. So feel free to take some inspiration from my list of ins and outs for 2024 and make up your own, because I think they're so much more fun and so much more relevant than New Year resolutions. They are just more tangible and more relevant. So you should do that. And I think that sums it all up. So that, my friends, is how you make 2024 your year. Hopefully that's going to help you kickstart 2024 with the greatest intentions and all the motivation that we need. I'm saying we because I'm including myself in there. Otherwise, what would be the point of this video? We're in this together. You and me, we are signing up for this. We are starting 2024 on the right foot. And on that note, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I truly, truly, truly mean it. Hopefully I have made a little difference in your day today. If you would like to make a difference in mine, you know what to do. And I'm going to wish you a great year for 2024 and une bonne journée.